no stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Watch the curl.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. Smith catches left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here we go.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out to the right to Humphries. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Titans first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
First down, Titans.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing, Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Mariota going to give to Lewis. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw Mariota. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Foles. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Following the interception here, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A 2nd down run with Lewis. He finds some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I can't believe they let you play.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Now, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. He gets it to Humphries. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. And he almost had it defensively. could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's taken down inside the 30. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Now Lewis here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Play fake. Mariota under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To throw is Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now look at him go. Past the 20, and it's a Jacksonville touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty. Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They go play action. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Back now in Jacksonville. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Fournette, a 1st down carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Mike. Blue 18. Bandit.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 47-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. Touchdown, Titans. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I think they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. From the 21, it's second and 10. Here's Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Foles. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie from Iowa, Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. 6. Quick 6. That's
Extra point try now for Succop. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. LaShawn Sims right there in coverage, and he knocks it away.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3. Let's go. You tighten up. Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lewis. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They try again with Lewis. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. He's got daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing here, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. One. Check safety.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Titans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.